Morning, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday morning. Happy summer day. Happy messy bedhead. I didn't even brush my hair this morning. That's how much I love you guys. This is live and real, coming right at you. How are you? It's been a busy week, and it's not over yet. And all good things, all family and fun and outdoors, and whew, I'm tired. So I'm leaving the cave, obviously, and gonna go home and take a shower so I can freshen up. And it's beautiful, blue skies, super hot. I'm grateful for air conditioning again. I have no specific plans today. I do have some lunch ideas. And I think later on this evening, we're going to see some live music tonight in our local small town. They do a weekly summer concert music series, and it starts off tonight. Excuse me. Last year, I think every night, it was Wednesday night, I think every Wednesday it rained. So hopefully for their sake it will not rain tonight, and Tom and I will get out and see some live music. And I told you my sister is getting married tomorrow, so that's exciting. Random Thursday night wedding, which will be cool, casual, and I'm super excited about that. So I have a few things to show you at home, and I am already starting to gear up thinking about what I'm going to do for this month's Gypsy and Witch project. I have two ideas that I'm going back and forth with, but one I'm pretty sure, so we'll see. And I had a lot of fun with this month's Dice and Deal Challenge, and thank you guys for all the love I got on that page. You know, again, that's the whole fun of the challenges for me, is it's uncomfortable at certain points because I just don't like the page, or I don't like where it's going, and then to try to find a way out, you know, and then when it turns out good, you're like, yes, I meant to do that, you know. That's how it is for me anyway. So I had a very active weekend with my grandson, and actually got to hang out with my daughter and my granddaughter as well. We went to the lake, and just, oh man, I took my grandson, we went on a pirate adventure. He spent the night, and oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the pool in back of my house, we were waiting for July 1st, like all year, because that was opening day. And that day, which was Saturday, I went to pick him up, and I stopped at my mailbox before I went to get him, and there was a note from my landlord saying that there was a major leak in the pool, and the pool would not be open all season. So this poor kid, and he's so good, but I wanted to take him swimming, so I show you guys the pond that's across my street. Well, on the other side of that pond is a beautiful waterfall. And this one-legged grandma hiked her butt back there, and we had a wonderful time. I posted some pictures on Facebook, and it was just great. And then we wound up going to, I live near Lake Superior State Park. So a couple days after that, I took my daughter, my granddaughter, and my grandson, and we went. And I may just grab him again and go back this week. We'll see. My granddaughter was more interested in the playground that was there than swimming, so I'm home now. The car is off. It's hot in here with the windows closed, so I'm going to see you inside, okay? Look at this head. How cute is that, you guys? Hi, Fred. Fred is laying down, eating some sunflower seeds. And right in front of Fred, you can see those yellow primrose flowers. I told you about my friend Mackie from England. She brought those over when she came to visit last week. And I'll show you something else she brought me that was great, but look at him just laying belly down on the deck, feasting. Good morning, Fred. I wanted to show you guys what else she brought over. She's so wonderful. I'm very blessed by all of you guys, but check this out. It's a candle holder, and that glass center insert is removable, but there's a sun and a moon on it, and I love it. So we're going to get together next week. I think I told you I'm going to bring her with me to my old garden and introduce her to my new friend John, who is also from the United Kingdom, as well as Mackie. And I don't know, they could talk in wonderful accents while I listen to them both. So it'll be good fun. And I'm hoping to see some more friends tonight at the music, although it's pretty hot out, guys. We'll see. But anyway, I'm out of the shower. I'm getting dressed. I'm putzing around. Let's make some spring summer rolls for lunch today. I have a few things to show you, and yeah, we'll carry on, okay? You know what? I wanted to tell you about this sun also. I've had this sun since I was 18 years old. It's lightweight, kind of like foam board. It was gifted to me by a friend of mine that I used to call Twan Woman, Antoinette Lund, many moons ago. She was my brother-in-law's girlfriend at the time, and I have had this sun through every move. As you could see, it's totally beat up. The majority of its rays have markings on them, and a lot of that damage was done by some of my canaries and parakeets that I had. They used to fly around, and yeah, this was like, I don't know, 25 years ago, back in the day. But I always have thought about repairing it, and I may just do that someday, either with like paper mache or something, but it's going to be quite an undertaking. But I love this sun. I will have it forever, and yeah, I just thought I would share that with you because I like to share stuff with you guys. I love you all so much. I'm so very blessed to have you here. So thanks for being here. There's a blue jay. Let's carry on.
It's no secret how strong my love is for you. It's no secret when I tell you what I'm gonna do, 'cause I love you, yes I love you.
And I just wanted to show you guys, in case you missed it, this is the gypsy page I did for this month's Dyson Deal Challenge. And someone suggested, I think it was Cynthia, who said that I should frame it. And you know, I've never framed a journal page of mine before, but I almost have to agree. And I don't often just, you know, rave on and on about a page, but I love how this came out. And it was really touch and go at a lot of points in the page. So if you haven't checked out the video, I will link it. And again, thank you for the love that I've received from it and the Happy Mail that made this possible. So you can see I definitely use the goodies that you guys have sent me, and I'm very blessed, and I thank you so much because I couldn't do it without you. So yeah, love this one. Hey guys, let's make something to eat. I just got off the phone with Tom, and I totally spaced on the fact that he's working today. So I don't even know what time he's going to get home later on, and if we'll be able to make that show tonight, depending, because, you know, we're going to eat and everything. So plans subject to change. You never know. Through the window you could see the pool in the backyard. I think you can see there on the left. That will remain forlorn and empty, and a reminder that better days to come, but everything for a reason. And like I said, I wound up taking a hike to a waterfall and going to a lake, and those things probably wouldn't have happened had the pool been open. So it's good for me to get moving. I could do a lot more than I do, honestly. So speaking of doing, I pulled out a bunch of stuff to make some spring rolls, if you will. Tom and I, why do I say if you will? Why do people do that? I don't say that when I just talk to people. Why do I say it to you? I pulled out some things that Tom and I got shopping yesterday because I needed some fresh produce, and we went to the Korean market for some miso soup. And while I was there, I picked up some sprouts and some fresh cilantro. Even though I have some cilantro growing on the deck, it's pretty much gone to flower at this point. So got some of that, got some fresh lemons and limes, but we'll use a lime. The avocado that I got there definitely has to be used today. And then Tom grabbed me one from Aldi real quick too. I had these rice wrappers already, and I am excited. I love these. And there's a jalapeno, a couple of carrots. These are seedless cucumbers. I'm going to chop up some onion, spring onion, and I have some cabbage here. And then I was going to show you up there, I have fresh lemons and oranges and tomatoes too. They have great produce there. Then I'm going to make, I have these two old recipes, you guys. I don't even know where I got these from. One is for like just a regular dipping sauce. So it's soy or I have tamari, rice wine vinegar, ginger, sugar, red pepper, and chopped scallion. So we'll make that one. And then I have this one with these ingredients, which is a little more complex. It's half a cup of ground peanuts, 1 tablespoon oil. We're going to heat it, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of garlic and ginger, a teaspoon of chili paste, tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm going to use coconut sugar instead of maple syrup, rice vinegar, half a cup of peanut butter, and I don't have any coconut milk. I'm going to use some almond milk. So we'll make a sauce. And doesn't that sound good? Yeah. So we'll make a few of those, and let me kind of get set up here and I'll see what I could show you. Okay guys, let's get started. I put back about half of what I pulled out because I realized I'm just going to be making these for me today. I will make the sauce though because you want to make them fresh. So Patty, I promise I'm coming to bring you some lunch, sister, soon. I already have a tray here with the bean sprouts, and I'm just going to add the vegetables as we chop them to the tray. And I pulled out my bag of vegetable scraps that I keep after I chop stuff for the soup pot. So basically, this is super simple, you guys. I wasn't even going to show you this, but I haven't done this in a while. I've already washed my hands. I have a carrot here that I've already washed. I'm just going to chop the ends off of it, and those will go in the soup pot bag. And I'm just going to peel it. And that's how I'm going to use the slices for the spring rolls as well. So I'll just get these outer rough parts off first. And then I'm not even going to bother cutting it. I'm going to do the same thing and just peel off some slices. And I could probably eat, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 spring rolls. I will be eating dinner later, so I'm not going to eat too much. So that's enough. If you want, you can cut the slices smaller. You know, I have a knife. You could even just, you know, chop them smaller, but it's not necessary. Okay, and then the cabbage, I'm just going to, again, because it's only me, just going to cut off this piece right here. And this is just regular cabbage. It's not Napa cabbage. And I'm just going to, you know, I know you can't see me cutting here, but cut some slices. Just like that. Yum, yum, yum. Everything fresh. Adding it to my tray. And put that up there. The jalapeno, I am going to not put in the soup pot. You can plant your seeds. Again, I've washed everything. I'm going to not use the seeds right now. You know, I like it spicy, but we're not cooking this or anything, so it is going to be pretty hot. And I'm just going to, again, cut some. If you don't like it spicy, leave it out. But I do like some jalapeno. As a matter of fact, might as well do all of it. Some people get rid of that membrane here if you want. I don't mind. I'm not a professional chef, nor do I play one on TV. Okay, the cukes, these are seedless cukes, and I love these. Just going to cut the ends off, and you can peel them if you wish, but maybe I will, just because these are organic cucumbers, but you want to be careful of waxes and pesticides and all that stuff. But I do love a good homegrown cucumber. And alright, so I'm just going to cut these in half, and then again make, like, you know, I would say maybe like matchstick size, and then cut them in half again. You don't want them too bulky, or they'll poke through the spring roll wrapper, you know. So do that. I like a lot of cucumbers, so I'm going to use both of them. And we still have our avocado. Yum, 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 yum. Let's see. Let's do some fresh cilantro. I'm just going to fold it in half and give it a rough chop. Stems and all. I've already trimmed it before. I keep my fresh herbs in glasses of water in the fridge, so they've already been trimmed. So, oh man, that smells amazing. Same thing with my spring onions, and I save these roots. That's funny, I'll show you right here. I keep a little dish on my kitchen windowsill with some marbles and water, and I actually just planted about 10 of these this weekend with my grandson. But yeah, good way to keep things growing. You could do that with a lot of veggies. Or you could throw them in the soup pot, stock pot. I love scallions or green onions on a lot of things. I love scallion pancakes. I should make those one day. Okay, and then our avocado, which I actually have a nifty tool that my daughter Rachel had bought for me a couple years ago for Christmas, and you can use it like a knife. Hope you're seeing this okay. Okay, to open your avocado. Look at that. Yum. And it has this thing right here. I've showed this before. And you just kind of whack it, and you could turn the seed, and the seed comes out. Isn't that fabulous? And then pop it out, and you could plant that too and make a tree. And it has this cool end here that you can just kind of drag through, so it slices it. Now, you know, it's not perfect, but who needs it to be perfect? Not I. So there you have it. Isn't that cool? And I would recommend squirting some fresh lime juice on your avocado after you slice it up, so it doesn't discolor. But yeah, yum. And then I'll do the same thing here. And just put those in there. And make some guacamole in a little while. Where's that lime? Here we go. Let's see. And just put it all over that. Alright. And I like it all over everything, so I'll just kind of squirt it here. And I'm going to put this aside for a minute. I'm going to put some plastic wrap over this and set this aside in the refrigerator while I whip up those sauces, okay? So I'll be right back. You knew I had to do it. I couldn't just talk about it. Here's our avocado pit, and I'm sure you guys have all done this, but you just stick a couple of toothpicks in it and put it root side down, the flat side down, and it's in some water right now. And I'll see you back here. I have grown these into trees, so stay tuned, but it may take a while. And in the meantime, you know, and I should have, we should have made the sauces first, and then I wouldn't have had to refrigerate anything, but no big deal. But I am going to do this Buddha peanut sauce first, and look, I found some coconut cream, so that's good. We're going to use that. And I'm not going to show you with me mincing and dicing everything, so let me just get all these ingredients ready, and we're going to whip up these two sauces, and then we'll roll up some spring rolls. And I'm hungry, so see it first. And I already mixed this, but I'll just show you how simple it was. I did a 1/4 cup of this tamari or soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of this rice vinegar. I did a 1/2 teaspoon of some fresh minced ginger, 1 teaspoon of coconut sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. And then I just took some of these scallions again and chopped those up. And I think I might also put some roasted sesame seeds in this. Okay, so super simple, really versatile dipping sauce. And the next one I'm going to show you on the stove, the peanut sauce, okay? Not even gonna lie, this was a bit of a pain in the neck. Note to self, next time use shelled peanuts. Maybe not, but anyway, that's about a 1/2 cup. And I'm just gonna pulverize those in my little handy chopper, little mini food processor. But I just wanted to share with you guys, the struggle is real. And it was hard not to eat them too. Oh yeah, and don't forget to throw these in your compost pile. I'm going to use some hot chili oil. I've showed you guys this before. All I did was add some olive oil to crushed red pepper, and I love to cook with it. So we're going to use about 1 tablespoon. I have my heat on low medium. I'm actually going to turn it up a little bit. This doesn't really have to cook that long. You're more just melting and incorporating the peanut butter with the coconut milk, etc. So we'll let that go, and then to that we're going to add, it said 1 teaspoon of garlic, but if you guys know me, that's about 5 cloves of garlic and 1 teaspoon of fresh minced ginger. So we'll add that. And just let that go for 1 second. Let's see if I can turn the light on. Alrighty. Yeah, it's already getting overcast, guys. It probably might rain. Who knows? Alright, we're going to use 1 teaspoon of this gochujang. This is red pepper paste. I love this stuff, and I thank Mommy Tang for turning me on to this about 1 year ago. So we're just going to dollop that in there. And then, boy, I don't want to waste any of that. Just keep mixing. Yeah, sorry about the lighting, guys. Okay, so now to that we are going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And I have 1 tablespoon of that coconut sugar. Smells amazing. Just letting that kind of melt a little bit. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the rice vinegar. Whoop. Still had some red pepper on there. I never measure. I'm just following this for the sake of you guys. And again, I have no idea where I got this recipe. I'm assuming off the internet. I would give credit for it if I remembered. But a lot of times I'll combine things too, so I don't know. Okay, and to this we are going to add a 1/4 cup of peanut butter and a 1/2 cup of coconut milk. And what I did was I did about 3/4 of a cup of that coconut cream, and then I added almond milk to it. So this is the peanut butter, obviously. Try to get that out. Oh yeah, sticky and messy, but amazing. Get everything nice and mixed up. And then we're going to add in that coconut milk and the regular milk. I've already measured it out to 1/2 cup. And the sweetness of this will meld nicely with the spiciness of everything else. And if it's too thick, you could thin it out with more almond milk if you want, or the coconut milk, or even a little water. It's up to you, but I like it pretty thick. It's like a dip consistency rather than a soup. Just keep stirring, just keep stirring, just keep stirring. And then I'm going to add in all of those peanuts. And I just did a rough chop. You don't want to, I pulse them because otherwise you'll make more peanut butter. And that is about 1/2 cup, which is quite a bit, maybe a little more. I do love peanuts. And this is it, you guys. That's it. It's not even basically done. It's done. And let me put this in a little bowl, and then we'll get to rolling up some spring rolls. All right? I'm going to do this, and I've done these before. I'm just using these spring roll skins. They're made out of rice flour and tapioca starch. I'm going to put one down, and I have a little spray bottle here. I'm just going to mist it. Mist my board too. Now you can dip these in a pie plate if you want. You just want them to get moist. So I have that there, and then we have all our ingredients ready to go. Now if you want, you could put some of that sauce down, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in no particular order. We'll take some of that avocado. If I had some romaine lettuce or something, you could put down anything, you guys. There's some of those cukes. I'm going to put in some of the jalapeno slices, just a few, not too many. Here's some of that cabbage, a little bit more. You don't want them too big. A couple carrot slices. And then the bean sprouts. And the cilantro and some of those spring onions. Again, I have a tendency to overstuff, but I'm just going to take it from the bottom, just like you'd roll a burrito, put it up, and then the best you can, take your sides over. Alright, hold it all together. This is still a little bit, could use a little more moisture. And I'm just going to take it from the bottom up, hold it together, and roll. Now, it's kind of awkward looking, and I don't care, you guys. So I'm going to continue to do that. You can make them much smaller and prettier. I'll do a smaller one to show you when I'm done too. But I don't mind because I'm just going to pick up this whole thing, dip it, and eat it. But there you go. So actually, you know what? I will show you a smaller one. Why not? We'll do another one. I'll set that aside. And we'll go backwards this time. Start with the greens. Couple of sprouts. You could also do these, you know, cook these ingredients, like lightly saute them and put them in an egg roll wrapper and either bake or fry for like an egg roll type of thing. Just make sure the wrappers are vegan. Did we get everything? Cucumber, avocado? Yeah, okay. And same thing. Okay. Okay, now that's much, you know, neater and nicer looking, but again, I'm going to make big ones, and I'll probably just do 2 more, and I'll meet you back here for a bite. And we'll save this big guy for last, but oh my gosh, I'm super hungry. Yum, 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 yum. You know I want to go in for that peanut sauce first, and I tasted this. You guys, it's amazing. So I just put it in a smaller little dish, and I'm just going to dip it in, and I could double dip because I'm the only one here. Are you kidding? I wish you could taste this. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mmm. You guys, it's even better than it looks, or I could even describe. Incredible. The veggies are so fresh and crisp, and I can taste the lime that was on the avocado. The avocado itself gets creamy, and there's the bite from that jalapeno. The bean sprouts and the cucumber, nice and fresh. Everything's juicy. That carrot's nice and sweet. It's amazing, okay? So let's go in for this. I told you it's just a standard. You could use it for anything. Dumplings, anything. Okay? Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. 10 out of 10, as my grandson would say. I would actually give this a 20 out of 10. So, so good. I forgot to mention the cilantro too, which adds a really great, if you like Thai food. You guys, I'm going back in for the peanut sauce. Listen, let me finish eating up here. I have some Happy Mail to show you and a little bit of stuff Tom had picked me up, and then we're gonna call it a day. But let me finish up here. I highly, highly recommend this. I've also done this recipe with like noodles, rice noodles that you just soak, and you could add to that too. But oh yeah, you won't be disappointed. So I'll see you in just a few minutes. Let me finish up. Okay, guys, lunch was freaking amazing. I got through all of that except for like half of the last huge one, and I am totally full right now. Let me just show you a few things that I accumulated through the week. Most of these are gifts from Tom, and I have one delightful package of Happy Mail that I've already opened, and I did speak to the person who sent it to me, and I'm really excited to share with you guys. So, first thing, you know how much I cried, I think it was last week or the week before, about my Go Veggie cheese not being vegan. Well, lo and behold, look it. Tom is such a sweetie bear. He went online and found that the one that I had showed you before was by the same company, Go Veggie, but it was lactose free at the top. This is vegan. There's no casein in it, no milk proteins, nothing. It's 100% vegan, and I was really excited. So thank you, Tom. And Go Veggie, you have been re-redeemed in my eyes. It just, drives home the point that you guys, you really do have to read your labels. And if you stay away from processed food altogether, you don't have to worry about it. But it pays to do that. So anyway, thank you, baby. And like I said, Daya and Chow are other brands, Tofuti. So there are companies out there making really delicious alternative cheese products. But I'm happy to say that yes, Go Veggie does have a vegan version. So there you go. And also, I told you Tom loves incense probably more than I do, definitely, and is very easily influenced. And I had shared with him and you guys that I had been burning my Palo Santo wood. Well, he got a big shipment of sticks, and he was very generous and shared with me a whole bag of these. And the one that I got from my Goddess Provision box had the phases of the moon on it, done with a wood burning tool, and I may do that again. But I have a little thing here, and literally, you guys, it smells so good. And these are for cleansing and purification, or just incense if you just want your house to smell amazing. But I love to use them for smudge, or just, and they, obviously you want to use them carefully. It's a stick of wood. You're not going to leave it where anything could burn up. But I just kind of place it here, and they'll burn for a little bit and go out. And also, as we were talking about them, he was reminded of, he had gone on a trip to the Southwest in the past, and he fell in love with pinyon wood, and I had never smelt pinyon wood that I was aware of before. And so same thing, he got a big bulk, and I'll put links to all this stuff, shipment. I don't think it was very expensive at all. And these are the pinyon blocks, and pinyon is used for everything. Medicinally, to build with, for healing and ceremonies, you name it, they use pinyon wood for it. And Tom said the whole town of Santa Fe smells like pinyon wood. So same thing, they're these small compressed little pieces of wood, and you just light them and let them smolder, and I love it. I mean, literally, it's like, if you like the smell of cedar wood, you'll love the smell of these things. And it goes very nice with the Palo Santo. Amazing, amazing. And I love my Nag Champa is still #1, but these are really, really good. I also love Dragon's Blood. Speaking of Palo Santo, the same company that makes I wonder if I have any. Yeah, my favorite blue. This is my favorite incense in the world. But the same company that makes them, Tom wanted to try this out, and so he got, I think I got 6 boxes here. of this Palo Santo incense. And honestly, it doesn't even come close to the actual wood. And it's not a bad smell, but not my favorite. I told him, he feels the same way. It's not a repurchase, but it's not offensive or anything. It's just we're so spoiled by really good smells that when you get something that's kind of it's like, why bother, you know? So anyway, that was really sweet and very generous of him. And as always, you know. And one other thing I thought, I almost didn't share this with you, but this is a tapestry that I'm actually using as like a beach blanket. And I'll be, if we do go tonight to hear the music, I'll bring this too. And my son, and these were brand new, my son Jonathan had worked like clearing out houses after like damage, fires and things like that, and they got to keep things that were in the homes, not people, like businesses and things. And so he wound up with a whole bunch of like concert posters and these cool tapestries. So shout out to my son Jonathan, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys because it's really cool. And yes, I know you're probably going to tell me I should hang it on the wall, but trust me, I have enough stuff hanging on the walls, and I just thought it looks great at the beach. It's great, nice and lightweight cotton. You could throw it in the wash. And the only other thing I wanted to share with you, two things. I'm still getting through Orange is the New Black. I think I'm at the last, like, episode 11 of season 2. I haven't even made it to season 3 yet. So I'm not, you know, avidly, like, on that. Again, I told you I mostly watch YouTube or have Wayne Dyer still playing in the background all the time if I'm not listening to music. But one thing, in one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook yesterday, or the day before, someone had mentioned that Netflix show Stranger Things, and I never heard about it, and I watch Netflix all the time. So I asked Tom if he'd be interested in checking it out, and Winona Ryder's in it, and I actually like her. So we got through 4 episodes last night, and then I fell asleep, but I like it, and I know there's like season 2 coming up. We definitely will, it's getting better. Initially I was like, this is like a ripoff of E.T. and the Goonies and every 80s movie you ever saw as a kid, but I'm liking where they're going with it, and the acting is good, and the storyline is intriguing enough to keep you wanting to see the next episode. So we'll be continuing to watch that. And the only other thing I wanted to share with you, I got a recommendation from, again, my friend Mackie for a book to read, which I downloaded on my Kindle. I love my Kindle. And it's J.K. Rowling, The Casual Vacancy. Have you guys read this? I started it, and I'm 38% of the way through it. Oh no, that's not true. I'm 52% of the way through it. I like it. So, have you guys read it? Let me know. I won't ever give spoiler alerts or anything like that. And it's been a long time since I've read just a novel. So that's been really interesting. And I think that's all the news I have for you. I told you my grandson spent the night. We hung out. We did stuff. Maybe I'll take you guys, if I get ambitious, before the snow falls. Maybe a vlog I'll take you across the way. I don't have a GoPro or anything, and there's, I don't know, it'd be cool to show you the waterfall. It's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, and we did like fireworks, okay, like kid-friendly firework kind of things here at the house. And there's a little boy who lives next door who went to kindergarten with Carter. So he came over with his dad, and they played ball, and Nick and Tom were here, and so it was mellow. We didn't go out to see fireworks anywhere. And I told you, the older I get, the more happy I am with that arrangement. But without further ado, I hope you guys had a very safe and happy holiday yourselves, and whatever country you're in. And I have to share with you this package, and I got this last Wednesday night. So after the vlog, I had already uploaded last week's vlog, and Tom was like, oh, you got a package. This came all the way from Sweden, and I am totally honored, and Her name is Laurika, and I found her on Facebook, and we are now Facebook friends. And she knows I've already opened this, and I'm going to share this with you guys. And I'm super excited. I'm actually, well, I'll show you first before I talk about it. So I've just taken everything out, and the first thing, you guys, okay, she wrote a book, okay? It's called A Dreamer's Life, and I've already started it. I'm on page 13, how apropos. And she signed it, and I'm so thrilled, and I'm really enjoying it. So I am so excited and so honored to be the recipient of this book, and her name is Laurika Bretherton. I hope you guys can see that okay. Let me see, her business card is right here. Yeah, laurikabretherton@gmail.com. So check her out, you guys. She's super cool, and she's an amazing writer, and I'm so honored. And yeah, I was just like, what a great surprise, you know? And she also sent me this little organza bag with a beautiful feathers in it. Look at, so beautiful. And this mini, it says to Sunshine Cali, and this is an actual mini Polaroid, and I'm assuming, Laurika, that that is your sunflower. I love it, and Tom loved it too. We got such a kick out of this. Look, it's little mini Polaroids. I am old enough to have had a Polaroid camera, but we never had small ones like this, and what a beautiful picture. Isn't that great? So thank you so much, Laurika. That just means the world to me. I'm just so touched. And also, she sent these really cool gift tags, and they're like houses. I love you guys so much. It's amazing that I can touch a piece of you. And then look at these really cool pictures. Now that is a mushroom. Incredible. And then just these super cool images. And here's some food art. Isn't that fun? And ginormous bubbles. I love, love, love. And here's like a roller coaster. That's so cool. Thank you so much. And because she knows I'm such a bird nerd, look at these stickers. Incredible. So I'm sure you'll be seeing these in some upcoming journal page. So I'm super honored, and again, you guys blow me away with your generosity and kindness and thoughtfulness and love. And I hope you feel it coming right back at you, because I'm sending it to you. And I hope you guys have a beautiful week. You'll be seeing me soon. I'm sure there's a Goddess Provisions box coming up, and I have a couple projects that you'll hear and see from me. Yes, I can speak as well. I love you. It's like 4:30, so let me get this stuff uploaded. Tom will be home before I know it. He'll be bringing dinner, and I'm full from lunch, and that's okay. What a complaint to have, right? I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. New subbies, my God, thank you so much. I'm telling you, we're going to have a big giveaway when I hit 5,000, you guys. I have a big bag under my table back there of goodies that I've been compiling for quite a while now. So, super exciting. Peace, love, love to my grandchildren, hugs to all you guys, and I'll talk to you very soon, okay? Take care.